this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the difference between starseeds and lightworkers. By the end of this video, you're going to know which one you are, and you're going to also see this from a completely new perspective. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron, and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'll be sharing with you that of understanding more about lightworkers and starseeds and which one you are, because I'm sure you're thinking to yourself right now, you're like, oh my goodness, I know I'm one of these, but which one am I? Which one can I know from now on and I can identify as? And that's what this video is made for. Some people ask me, I get lots of people ask me from Instagram lives, they say, how do I know the difference? Which one am I? Am I a starseed? Am I a lightworker? Am I an indigo child? Am I a crystal child? Which one? Which one? Which one? Well, first off, let me tell you a little bit of a story. There was this time in the higher dimensions where you have abilities beyond what you can imagine here, where you can do things that your ego self right now could barely understand. Things like teleport. Like, Aaron, I understand teleportation. But you could teleport. You could instantly manifest what you want. You could bilocate. You could instantly talk to other people using your mind, telepathy. You could do things with your hands where energy could come out of it. Energy comes out of it now, but you could actually see that energy that comes out of it. You could do things that you can hardly imagine even now. Think of Harry Potter, which is my favorite thing ever. Think of Harry Potter, that being representative of fourth dimension and above. Really fourth dimension because there's still duality in that movie. But the idea is that you literally have magic within you, and in the higher dimensions, that magic is very relevant. That's why sometimes we have these movies that do really well, like Harry Potter, the movie The Matrix. The reason these movies do so well, one of the reasons is it really resonates with the deeper part of the collective consciousness, because at a higher level, that's what it's like. It's like magic. We're used to being like magic. Atlantis times on this planet, it was like magic. However, we eventually fell from that awareness because of certain ego desires and certain level of control that happened. And now what's happening is we're waking up to more of this ability, more of this power. So in higher dimensions, you're chilling. In that of doing magic, literally what we would perceive to be magic, living in higher states of emotion than you could even really possibly feel here, and you're chilling with your homies, okay? And what happened is there was this call that was put out. And this call was put out, and you hear the call. And you listen, and you have compassion for this place called Earth. And there was a call, a cry from help put out from Earth. Because a lot of the people on Earth at the time, and even now at a certain level, were destroying the planet. There was a nuclear bomb that went off. When that went off, it destroyed a lot of the energy. What happened is there was an energy ripple that went out. You see, there's free will on this planet. When you come to this planet, you forget who you are. There's free will, but if that free will, when that nuclear bomb goes off, it also affects other parts of the universe, that's when there is something that happens that comes into play to balance that out. Because we're, as a free will society on Earth, we're not allowed to also harm every other, because there's a ripple, everything's connected. So if this reality has nuclear bomb that goes off and it affects other realities, that's not okay. So you're chilling in the higher dimensions, doing teleportation, bilocation, magical stuff that you could possibly imagine right now, having a really good jolly time, feeling in the higher states of emotion. This call gets put out, and out of compassion and love, you decide that you're going to help Earth. That you can, even though it's going to be hard, because this thing about Earth is there's been a certain level of control on the planet. There's been a certain level of control where all the media is controlled, where there's a certain agenda behind that's been going on for thousands of years. However, you knew that it was needed, and what you knew you were going to have to do is you had to play according to the rules of this reality of Earth. Now, the rules of this reality are, you don't influence it from the outside in as powerfully as coming into the inside. Now, what I mean by this is, yes, we have spirit guides. We still have connection to these higher aspects of us, to our star home and all of these things. We have connection to it. And they may be influencing us in positive ways. However, there's free will, and it's not like they can just land and like say this is what you're going to do, because that's not how you really learn. We learn from coming to the conclusions ourselves. So from higher dimensions, you decided to come here out of a state of compassion to help planet Earth. Now, one of the things you had to do is you had to forget who you are. You had to forget that you are an immortal spiritual being living a temporary human experience. You had to forget that you're from these higher dimensions and you have this aspect and this connection that's beyond what you can even imagine. You had to forget that to be born here, because you had to play according to the rules. But you knew and had faith that you would eventually wake up, go through a spiritual awakening, understand more of who you are. And my guess is if you're even into this content, you even clicked on a video that says something about starseeds and lightworkers, then for sure you are a starseed or a lightworker. And you came here to help awaken other people, even by you just being, but you came to bring through this information, because as you understand this information, it wakes up people around you and it builds that energy within the collective consciousness. There's a collective consciousness we're all connected to, and by us spreading this information or just being it, we influence other people. Maybe you feel like people, a common thing for starseeds and lightworkers are we decided and chose to be in families that necessarily weren't going to get it right off the bat. So you may feel a little bit like a recluse, kind of walking around. It's like your friend, you try to explain this to your friends and family, like, bro, what are you talking about, dude? Just chill with me and let's watch some Jersey Shore on television. That was a long time ago, but I used to watch Jersey Shore back in the day, so I always use it as a reference. But that may be what it is. Like, bro, just, what's it nowadays? Game of Thrones, or is that, I don't know. I don't really watch TV, so that's the idea, though. But the key is understanding that you chose to be here. Yes, you forgot who you are, but now you're remembering more of who you are. And now you'd be like, Aaron, you've really built this up to a peak, but I still want to know. Am I a starseed or am I a lightworker, bro? Just tell me. Well, let me tell you like this. Here's the truth. Every single person on the planet is multidimensional. Meaning, we have this little ego expression right here that we're aware of. We may experience our body through the 5 senses. We may go around and be like, look at this plant. It's amazing. I can feel it. It feels so good. We can go around, I can go taste some stuff, be like, whoa, this tastes so good. It's all me tasting things with my senses, identifying with the ego. However, every single person on this planet is multidimensional, meaning as an infinite soul, we have not just decided that we are only going to incarnate on Earth ever. Because our being is too vast. We can't just even decide that. There's too many connections that we all have. So every single person on this planet is multidimensional. Now the key is, in this lifetime, we knew that there was going to be this quickening of vibration. We are moving from a 3D level of consciousness into a 4 and 5D level of consciousness. Meaning, we're going from duality, 3D reality, good, bad, light, dark, all of this stuff, into more of a dreamlike state where we are manifesting easier. We're starting to bring those abilities back on board that I was talking about, like bilocation, telepathy, that of teleportation one day. All of these things are possibilities. Because we're becoming more aware of who we really are, and we're raising our vibration. The 4th dimension is more about understanding vibration. And we're tapping more into that vibrational resonance. Now what's happening is we're becoming more aware that we're all connected. We're going to, over the course of the next period of time on the planet, be moving more into our hearts, understanding we're all connected. Why would we have war when we realize that someone we're going to war with at a deeper level we're connected to? And we're going to be able to diffuse karma unlike and quicker than ever before. Because what you put out is what you get back, because what you do to someone else, you're doing to another aspect of yourself. As we start to wake up to this, we start to become more mindful of how we are. We start to exist more in our heart. Now, we knew that this is going to be a highly charged time on the planet. And that's one of the other reasons we were so excited to be here right now. Because this also has never happened before the way it's happening. Where a whole collective is raising in vibration. Now, people are waking up at different rates. Now, a couple years ago, even just 5 years ago, it is such a dramatic change from 5 years ago to now. So many more people are waking up. So many more people are becoming aware of this information. And the truth is, every single person on the planet is multidimensional. Now, the key is understanding how you relate to this. Because let me explain now the difference between a light worker and a starseed. A light worker is somebody that came into this life to literally bring through light, to shine to other people, to influence other people, even at subconscious levels. If you're watching this video right now, then you are a light worker. You are a light worker. Because you are bringing through light in this life, even if it's just by you adding it to the collective consciousness because you realize it for yourself. You see, a lot of us are frequency holders. We hold frequency, and as we go out into the world, it influences other people. If you want more information on this as well, Dolores Cannon has 17 books out, or 19 books out, or something like that. She passed away, but she used to do something called QHHT, Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique, which is a level of hypnosis that brought people into the deepest levels of their this hypnotic state, to where their higher self could come through. So she could literally get people to where they were in this hypnotic state and say, why did this person incarnate at this time? What was this person's role in this person's life? Why did this soul experience this? And the higher self would explain it. And she did this with thousands and thousands and thousands of people all over the world. And guess what a common consistency was? People said that they came here to go through this shift in consciousness. They came here to go through this awakening. Now is the most important time to ever be alive on the planet ever. We came for this. And this was from many, many different people all over the world. And this is the information, and this is why people are waking up now. Now there is also, we see Lightworker, we're bringing through light, we're helping other people to wake up to this divine part. People understanding they're divine beings, they're divine spiritual beings living temporary human experiences. More and more people are waking up to this. Now starseeds are when people understand that they have a connection to the stars. Now the truth is, everyone on the planet has some connection to the stars. However, if you resonate with starseed because you resonate with thinking and feeling that Earth isn't your actual home, then you are a starseed. And a starseed is someone that recognizes they have connections to other parts of the universe, and they bring through that type of energy because that energy adds to the collective consciousness, and it adds to helping other people wake up. Earth, I was about to say Las Vegas, Earth is very much like a melting pot. Not just of these different races, like these different 3D physical bodies, which this is just a suit that we wear. We can identify, say, I'm white, I'm this color, I'm that color. We're immortal spiritual beings inhabiting these bodies. We've been many different races. I've been many different races in what are called past lives. But right now, I just so happen to be white. But we don't get identified with it. But it's almost like a melting pot on Earth of many different races. Now at the same time, there are so many different souls here that are different races and bringing through different extraterrestrial type energy. It's like a melting pot, the outer and the inner, and the as above, so below. And we're bringing through this kind of information. Now the thing is, starseeds are people that are waking up first to help other people to understand their connection to the stars. So, are you a starseed? Are you a light worker? You could be both. But does it really even matter? Because we're immortal spiritual beings living a temporary human experience, and these are nothing but labels. But if you're watching my videos now, then you are waking up before the masses because you have an instrument role with this. And you are helping other people to wake up to more of who they are. Now we could say indigo child. Am I an indigo child? Am I a crystal child? Well, there's these different dates that we can look at to say which one are we. But there are older people that can also be starseeds and are also starseeds and help and bring through this information, or light workers, or, you know, in general they say that indigos are between like the 80s and the 90s. Maybe. I don't get too caught up with the labels, to be honest with you. So the truth of this whole thing is, are you a starseed? Are you a light worker? You're probably both. You're probably both of them. You can be both. You're bringing through light and you recognize this connection to the stars. However, does the label really serve? We love to be attached to labels. You know, when we go through spiritual awakening, sometimes what happens is we let go of a certain label. I let go of the label of having ADHD. I let go of the label of being like a partier who liked to drink. That's the label that I had. Let it go. Then what happened is a label came through the back door. I'm a spiritual person, which is a spiritual ego. I'm spiritual. I like to meditate. I like to understand that this world is nothing but an illusion. When I walk around and see people that are deep inside their smartphones, messing around, eating McDonald's, do they not know what they're putting in their body? Do they not know? And that's kind of like That's kind of like what the spiritual ego is. It's like, I'm so much better than everyone else. Just here making YouTube videos, helping the collective consciousness while everyone else just stays asleep. I was at Smith's the other day and I was looking around at the grocery store, looking at people like, do they even know they're immortal spiritual beings? Probably not. But hey, they'll get there eventually, right? Probably. You see, that's the spiritual ego. But it's about being aware that everyone's at their own journey, not higher or lower. Everyone's just at their own journey. And the more we become aware of this, is the more that we can then tap into ourselves. We can let go of the labels. We can just say, hey, guys, I'm a starseed. I come from higher dimensions of light and love, from the infinite one creator. And I've come to bring through my Pleiadian energy, Sirian energy, my life on higher dimensional planes of existence where I can teleport, bilocate, read people's minds. That's just who I am. I'm here to help other people remember who they are. So, what have you been up to lately? Oh, you've been watching football? You see what I mean? It's like, it's a spiritual ego thing. You can say, I'm a starseed, you're a light worker. Just a light worker. I remember when I was just a light worker. It's all labels. Now, I know sometimes people don't have to be like that, and I'm just kind of like exaggerating it a little bit, but be aware of the attachment to the label and just understand, you're here to wake people up. You do have a connection to the stars. You are multidimensional, and so is everyone else. But they may not be aware of it. So you're here to wake people up. So these labels aren't really that important. What is important is knowing that you are a divine spiritual being and that you can help other people recognize their own divine spiritual being. And do that in whatever way resonates with you. But in general, you came here to be here right now. Right now on the planet is the most potent time to ever be alive ever. I'm excited to be here with you. And let me know if you're excited. Are you excited to be here right now? And what do you think about Starseed Lightworkers? Are you a Starseed, a Lightworker? What do you think? Go and comment below, let me know. I would love to find out. Also, I have a powerful meditation that will help you to raise your vibration. Raising your vibration helps you bring through more of this information as well. It'll help you raise your vibrational set point. And it's, if you listen to it for 21 days, I think it'll absolutely transform your life. You'll see in the top of the description box below. Download it, listen to it for 21 days. Also, I'll be doing more live communities on Instagram. I do them almost every single day. So if you want to talk to me there, you'll see the option right here to follow me on Instagram. Also twice a day posts, so you know, you want more content, native content, you got it there. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little notification gear so you can see the daily vids that I do. And other than that, as always, peace, much love, and namaste.